You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. And now TSPN is proud to present Monday with Monique.
Welcome to Mondays with Monique on TSPN TV. I'm Monique Graziadei, and I have Gina Mignani, who's going to be my co-chef, my assistant today. We're a little bit before Thanksgiving, maybe a week and a half before Thanksgiving. It's the last show before Thanksgiving, and so I wanted to thank all of the viewers, and my gift to you is this amazing recipe. I hardly ever share it. It's awesome. It's dinner party type, invite your friends over. It's really great and super, super easy. So I'm going to show you how to do it today. Stay tuned with us. We'll be right back.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. And now back to Monday with Monique.
Welcome back to Mondays with Monique. I'm Monique Graziadei on TSPN TV, and we have the lovely Gina Mignani, like Vanna White, sort of. She's going to be our assistant today. What we're going to cook is called salmon fettuccine with asparagus and lemon cream sauce, and it's the bomb recipe. It's so easy. I didn't even write it down. Anybody can make it, and they're really common ingredients, and that's what makes it, really nice. It's a beautiful display, so we'll display it and taste it at the end. But first off, I think what we'll do is just kind of explain a little bit. What I did behind the scenes is I took 1 pint, which is this size, of heavy cream, and I simmered it on low for about, I'm going to say 20 minutes. It comes out to be a really nice buttery yellow color, really, really beautiful, and it's a lot thicker. And what we're going to do is going to be a pasta sauce, so we're going to thicken it up with a little bit of lemon here shortly, but you want it reduced by about 50%. That's the easy part. Simmer it. Make sure you stir it, because if you forget to stir it, it does bubble over. Then you have to clean the whole stove again, which is kind of a hassle. But, as you know from cooking, and especially at the end, you remember the half and half would bubble over all the time. Absolutely. And then, you're trying to clean and cook. And so just keep an eye on it. Keep a lid off of it. And just stir it like every few minutes. Keep it on really low so it's just barely bubbling. And it takes about 20 minutes to get it down to this consistency. So we have that. Now we have some water. We're just getting to a boil, and we're just going to blanch the asparagus. It doesn't take long, usually 2 to 3 minutes. What I did is I trimmed off the ends, and I usually only use like the top maybe 40% of it. This is where it's nice and tender. You really don't have to peel it at this point. If you use the longer ends, you do need to peel them because it gets kind of woodsy sort of, and the texture's wrong. So cut off those ends. We're going to use the entire tip. We're going to use the tips for decoration, and we're going to cut the upper part in and mix it into the pasta when we get there. So all I'm doing is, again, maybe an inch of water in a frying pan, and that's really all you need. It's boiling. So, Gina, would you like to do the honors? Just put them right in there.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to trust me with the hot water.
I trust you with the hot water. I think it's okay. So we're going to let that simmer for just a little bit. I'll put the lid on. We'll give it maybe, a couple of minutes here. So being that it's almost Thanksgiving, and it's really meaningful to me, it's one of my favorite holidays. And the reason it is because I'm so thankful for everything that I have and do and the people in my life. And it's always been a holiday that I've cooked at. So this is going to be the first year in 20 years, I think, or more that I'm not cooking dinner.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool. I'm going to go over to Steve's parents' house.
Nice.
And I'm sure his mom will do the cooking, and I'll bring some sort of dish. But it's non-traditional for me to not cook.
Right.
And this year, Morgan's at college. She'll be home. She comes home Friday.
Great.
And so she'll be home with me for a few days, and on Wednesday she'll go to her grandparents' house and spend the rest of the vacation with her father.
Nice.
So that got me off the hook for the cooking thing, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's a little strange, but it's also, it's time for change, yeah. Change is good, I think.
Always.
Yeah, do something different. So you just were recently in New Orleans.
Yes.
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yes.
How was the trip?
Wonderful. Amazing, as always.
What was the highlight?
The people.
Friends?
People. Lots of friends there, and even people that I don't know. Incredibly friendly. That Southern hospitality is just, it's all there.
Yeah.
So.
It's a lot like here, though. People are really
absolutely.
sweet, really, really friendly.
This is small town. That's a big city with a small town feel, in my opinion.
There you
go. Yeah, absolutely.
What'd you do that was fun and interesting there?
Oh, I went to the Saints 49er game.
Oh, you were there. I missed the game. I wasn't thinking. I missed the whole game. It was last weekend, right?
Yes.
Not this one, but
Correct.
the one.
Yep.
Right. And I was working at the Chowder Chomp, filming for TSPN, covering that. And of course, the night before was the Wine Fest, so that kept me out really late.
I'm sure.
And
did you cover it, or did you?
I
go?
did. Yeah, I did. And then everybody goes out after.
Oh yeah.
It was a lot of fun. So that Sunday of the game, I worked from like 11 to 1. I came home, took a nap, and then I went to Tony Lindy's retirement party, which was really awesome.
That's great.
Fun. After Dark played there.
Good.
So shook it up for a while and just enjoyed and celebrated with her.
And I saw Sharon Merzbach's party's coming up on Saturday.
Yeah,
Are you going to be there?
Heck yeah, Sharon! It's going to be great. It's at BG's on Saturday, and absolutely wouldn't miss it for the world. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I'll look forward to going as well.
Yeah, so I'll have to make sure I'm back in town by then.
Exactly.
So the people and the game, of course, was awesome.
The game was a blast, yeah, and everything about New Orleans. If you've been before, you'll know. If you haven't been before, it's a magical city. The food, obviously, you'll love.
Mm-hmm.
The music, the architecture, the traditions, the history, the culture. Mm-hmm. So much about it is just really an amazing place.
It's a pretty neat place. I'm dying to go. I haven't been yet. If you want to do the honors, let's go ahead and use the utensil there and just put the asparagus into the bowl. Inside of this bowl, I prepared just, maybe a couple cups of water and a cup of ice. And it's an ice water bath, basically. And the purpose of it is to stop the cooking. I just tested the asparagus with the fork and found that it was perfect. It's al dente. It's still firm, and that's what you want. So you want to stop the cooking now, otherwise you're going to have wilty asparagus. Nobody likes wilty asparagus. Nobody. Also, the ice water bath helps to keep the color so it doesn't blanch out into like a faded green. We want it to still look nice and green and just more enticing with the color, to keep it that way.
Definitely.
So that was easy. That was, 2 to 3 minutes. Blanch the asparagus and then stop the cooking.
Okay.
So I'll move that off to the side for now.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yes. Well, and you're a good cook anyway.
Oh.
So we'll go back to the cream sauce here. I'm just going to turn it on and put it on low. Super simple. We'll condense it down just a little bit more here. Get that. So here's the consistency. You can watch it drip off of the spoon. It's still a little thin, so we'll give it a little more time to reduce. And then when we add the lemon to it, you'll be so surprised, but it's almost like a bonding agent where it thickens it up immediately. So, and of course it tastes good too, but it has a purpose also. So, Gina, if you want to, I'm going to need some lemon rind.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the most amazing tool. You can use it for shredding cheese very finely. You can use it for rinding. You can use it for nutmeg, all those things that are just kind of hard to deal with. It's super sharp. I'm tempted always to see if it's sharp. I'm not even going to do it because I know it's sharp. So if you want, all you can do is just hold it over here and scrub it back and forth. And we'll do the entire lemon. Looking good. Well, we missed you while you were gone.
Well, thank you.
You were gone for a long time.
I was, 2 weeks.
Yeah, that is a long time.
It was great. I'm very blessed to have gone and got to reunite with a lot of my friends there. And
how long ago did you live there?
3 years ago.
Okay.
I just lived there for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And, as you know, I was born and raised in the Bay Area and absolutely love California, and I feel blessed to be from here, but there's something about New Orleans that just it
must be magical. I'm dying
really
to go and see it.
Well, you're going to have to come and visit.
I'm going to come and visit, and we're going to go off to a commercial break. We'll be right back, so stay with us. And we're back. Mondays with Monique, and Gina was just in the process of grating the lemon zest. You're doing an excellent job. You must be a professional at this one. And we went ahead and let the cream simmer a little bit more. The cream is pretty much perfect right now. And so we'll add the zest in. There's a couple other things we're going to add to it. We want a little bit of pepper. We've got to season the cream. And so I'm going to say we're at about a 1/4 teaspoon white pepper. I suggest white just so you don't have black sprinkles and the beautiful yellow cream sauce here. It's kind of a shame to mess it up like that. So white pepper, and it's not as strong. And then just a little sprinkle of seasoning salt. Seasoning salt really brings out the flavor in the cream. It'll bring out the flavor in the lemon too. So we'll do that. And when you're ready, just go ahead and pour that in.
Thank I'm ready.
Maybe do like half first and then the other half. Here's a spoon if you'd like.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and add the rest of it. So
Okay.
the entire lemon. Yep. Perfect. I love it. So it's really nice, you know, it has the rind in there, gives it some color. The cream is just right. I'm going to say the cream 20 to 30 minutes entirely for the reduction of it. And that looks good. And you can see it's thickening up already if you kind of watch how it falls off the spoon. It's much thicker. And we're going to thicken it up just a little bit more. If you want to go ahead and hand me that lemon.
Sure.
I'll take it. And I'm just going to squeeze some of the juice out. Juice of half a lemon to start. You don't want to over-lemon it, you know, so you don't want to cover the flavor of the food, but you want a little bit of lemon in there. So,
And lemon and asparagus is always delicious.
and salmon. I mean,
Yeah.
what better combo,
Exactly.
you know? Let me stir it up here. I'm just going to taste it real quick, see if we're close. It's great. A little more lemon. If you over-lemon it, or if your lemons are on the tart side, you know, sometimes it can be bitter or tart, not really like a full-flavored lemon. It depends on the time of year and what kind of lemon. You can add a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar to it, and that kind of brings the flavor back, and it'll reduce the amount of bitterness, you know, that the lemon will add to it. But these lemons are yummy. They're sweet. They're good. They're from Rayleigh's.
Nice.
I love Rayleigh's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I purchased the smoked salmon at Pine Grove Market. Love Pine Grove Market. Fred over there. So helpful.
Hey,
and
Fred.
sweet. Yeah. Hi, Fred. So one thing I want to mention too is it was Sharon's birthday a couple of weeks ago, Sharon Merschlach. So I wanted to say hi to Sharon and wish you a fabulous birthday. And I'll see you Saturday for your party. Mwah. Love you. A couple other things that I'm really thankful for are the people that I've come to know living here. And you know most of them. You know Ronnie and Bob Bonilla.
Yes.
They have pretty much taken me under their wing. You know, my parents are both gone. And they invite me to go everywhere with them. They come to my house. You know, they eat my food. Nobody ever wants to come over and eat. They're just like a dear part of my family, you know, and I call it like a family dinner. When they come over,
Right.
it just feels, you know, like they belong there and we belong together. And their son, Paul, and, you know,
Yes.
their children are just fabulous people. And so I'm
Absolutely.
very, very thankful for them.
Yes.
I'm also very thankful for your friendship, too, because I love you.
Thank you.
So
I love
much.
you, too. Thank you so
Mwah.
much.
And my girlfriend, Stacy Dane from Colorado, she just gave me a year of free flight. She put me as her enrolled friend, and so she has these
Nice.
benefits. She's been there 20-something years.
Great.
So I'll be all over this coming year.
Yay.
Yeah, anywhere in the world, anytime I want to go.
Fantastic.
That's the most amazing gift I think I've ever received.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And I'm really thankful for my daughter Morgan, who's going to be home soon. Go get her on Friday and bring her home and, you know, spend some time with her and take care of her.
How's she doing at Stanford?
She's doing great. She loves it. You know, she loves the people. She fits in really good there. She's just
Good.
like, you know, all these brainiac kids, they all kind of flock together and, you know, their idea of fun is still, you know, like doing their schoolwork. They had the Frosh Formal this past weekend,
cute.
so all the gals got dressed up. You know, there's like
Nice.
10 gals in the photo. And they just, you know, they really have bonded together. She's on the equestrian team, so she's riding a lot,
Nice.
which is really good for her
Great.
mind. She needs that
Oh,
relaxation.
for sure.
You know.
Well, she's a beauty, just
I
like
know,
you
I
are
love
inside
her.
and out.
Thank you, darling. That's so sweet. And then I also want to say that I'm very thankful for my Aunt Ingrid and my Aunt Inge on my dad's side and on my mom's side, my grandma, who's in Ecuador. And she's the first person I'm going to visit when I
Oh.
start flying in January. So I'm going to go to Ecuador. My Uncle Robert is like my third brother. He's
Oh.
there. I'll go visit them. And I'm thankful for my brothers. I have 2 brothers. They're in Texas.
Oh. You'll have to go visit them, too.
I will, yeah, definitely. You know, after like May, it's too hot to
Oh,
go there, at
yeah.
least for me. Yeah, it'll be fun to go and see them, and then their kids. It's really nice to see them. And I have a niece, Kayla, in Elk Grove. She's just fabulous. And then a niece and nephew in Texas. It's Christopher and April.
Nice.
So I love them dearly. Okay, we're pretty close here. What I'm going to have you do is we'll go ahead and take out the asparagus and just set it on the towel, that clean towel there.
Okay.
There you go. When we go off to a break here shortly, we'll warm the asparagus up just a little bit in the microwave, but for now, let's go ahead and dry it off. At the very end, last couple of minutes, I'm going to read off a list of the ingredients and the quantities, so if anybody wants to write them down, get your pen and paper now. We'll do that in just a few minutes. And then I have a 4-ounce package of smoked salmon. They're also called lox, and they're fully cooked, so when we add it to the sauce here, all we're really doing is warming it up and adding it to the sauce instead of adding it on top of the pasta, because you want the flavor of the salmon to incorporate with the lemon cream sauce. So that's why. Okay. So what are you thankful for, G?
Oh, too many things to be thankful for, but definitely family and friends, always.
And your mom's close by too, right?
She is.
Your sister?
Yes. Yep. Well, Stephanie, my sister, is down in Southern California now.
Okay.
And most of my family is still in the Bay Area. My mom lives up here in Sutter Creek with me.
So nice. I get to see her every once in a while. She's a doll.
So my family is definitely what I'm most thankful for. But again, friends and health and a roof over my head and food on the table.
The simple pleasures of,
absolutely.
just saying, oh, I have a great place to live, and I have my friends, and my animals, and, your family, my daughter. I mean, we're so blessed, and it's so easy to pick apart lives and say, I wish I had this, or I wish I went like that. I mean, it's so easy to do that, but even easier is to just take a look around you and say, wow, I mean, I feel like I have everything. I have a place to live. I have an ice maker on my fridge, which to me is like the ultimate in luxury. Really?
And a dishwasher.
Yeah, well, both of those. But the ice maker on the fridge to me has always been the coolest thing ever. But, for monetary things and for non-tangible things is like the love of my friends and the love of my family, that kind of thing. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to go to a quick break. Bring your pen and pencil, and we'll write down what the ingredients are, and we'll be right back.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN. And now, back to Monday with Monique.
And we have the sauce ready. Gina is just cutting up the asparagus. She's leaving some of the pieces long. We're going to keep the tips long, so we're going to use them as a garnish on the plate. And then she's cutting the smaller pieces into maybe, half-inch little chunks. And then we added the salmon in. So it's looking good. The sauce is perfect. Gotta love that. There's Gina cutting away. Good job, Gina.
Thank you.
And then here's our sauce. And here's the consistency. You can see it now. This is more of a pasta sauce consistency. Looking good. So the easy part is this. I'm going to go ahead and just pour it over. We have the linguine. I added just a little bit of olive oil to it after I took it out of the water just to keep it soft and from sticking. So here we go. That's it. This sauce is enough for 2 servings. I'm just kind of putting it all on there because we're going to have some in just a moment.
Yay.
And then we'll go ahead and garnish it up here. That's probably good, G.
Okay.
Sprinkle these guys on top. And there we have it. Salmon fettuccine with asparagus and a lemon cream sauce.
Voila.
Voila. So go ahead, grab a fork and try it. Tell me what you think.
Okay.
As for the ingredients, simple stuff. A pint of cream. Half
Delicious.
a box, you like it? Half a box of fettuccine noodles. Obviously, you're going to cook them. And then drain them and set them aside. Put a little bit of butter or oil on them so that they don't stick together. 10 asparagus spears and seasoned salt, white pepper, and 1 package of lox, which are smoked salmon. That's all there's in it. Easy. I mean, hardly any ingredients. It looks beautiful. It tastes amazing. It's one of my favorite dishes. I've been cooking this for 20 years. And every time, I want to have a dinner party, and I go, I don't want to get too complicated on the food. Otherwise, I don't have any time to entertain either. Let me try a bite of this. Amazing sauce. That sauce is perfect.
It is.
Really, really, really good. The consistency is great. It's not lumpy. And it's almost impossible to make it lumpy. So you want to make sure when you're cooking it, just don't scorch the bottom. And if you do scorch the bottom of the pan, pour the liquid into a different pan and start with that. Don't scrape the bottom of the pan.
Smart.
Wow. My favorite, and that's my gift to you. is this recipe. If you want the recipe, just you can email Monique at tspntv.com. I'm happy to send it over to you as well. And can't just say how thankful I am for everything and everybody in my life, and especially you.
Oh,
and I'm so glad you could come over and spend time with me here on the show. I know we have busy, busy lives, and it kind of gets hectic. And so when I called Gina, I go, hey, Gina, you know, why don't you come over and give me a hand and be Vanna White on the show? And you're just so sweet and so willing. Especially, I know you just got back from vacation, so that's really, really sweet.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for asking.
Of course, my pleasure. I'm also thankful for my animals. So we have a horse, we have a couple dogs, a cat, a guinea pig, a turtle. Yeah. Oh, I think that's it. And my goat.
And
Bill.
your goat.
And Bill. Can't forget Bill. I love Bill. And very, very thankful for Steve. He's been a really great influence in my life, a really neat person. So
that's wonderful.
Couldn't ask for any more. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching TSPN TV and Mondays with Monique, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
You're watching Amador County's local television.